Welcome to this nonprofit podcast NewsPod, where we amplify the voices for the benefit of nonprofits making a difference in their communities. I'm joined by Kitty O'Neill, a personality many of you know as the afternoon host on KFBK. Kitty's also a huge supporter of our nonprofit community as she MCs many events. She's also a musician performing with her own local band, Skylar's Pool. You may be asking why a NewsPod with Kitty. Kitty, welcome to this nonprofit podcast NewsPod.
Thank you, Jeff. Great to be with you.
Many of our local musicians play events that are hosted by nonprofits as fundraisers. They could be paid gigs or, as in the case we're about to discuss, sometimes just to help out, to volunteer, to give back, to share their craft. And there's a gentleman, a local musician, who has been very, very active in this space over the past 20 to 30 years. He's contributed his time and talent over and over and over again for the benefit of those nonprofit fundraisers. He's been there for many organizations to entertain those attendees at those events. His name is Clemon Charles. He could use a little help now. Could you share with us what happened?
Absolutely. You know, it was the first week of May, and I was going down to a new installation down in Midtown in one of the parks of some beautiful poppies, and they had, music and food, and it was just this wonderful celebration. And they were also honoring 40 people who have artistically contributed to Midtown. And there were big banners of all these peoples, and Clemon Charles was one. And I thought, he'll be here for sure. And I looked all over for him because we're good friends. And I did not see him. And I thought, well, that's odd. Maybe he had a gig tonight. That's what I thought. And then as I was leaving, I spoke to someone and said, I'm sorry, I don't see Clemon here tonight, because we're mutual friends. And she said, I heard he had a stroke and is in the hospital. This was the first week of May, like maybe May 2nd or 3rd. I couldn't believe it. So I got in touch with some other mutual friends, and indeed, Clemon had a stroke. And he had been, it had been a couple of days, I think, that he had not had attention. So he was at a hospital. I went to visit him. He did not know the first 2 times that I was even there. It was very touch and go. We weren't even sure if he was going to make it through. He'd had some surgeries, and the outlook was not good. But it's very emotional for me.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to recover enough to finally leave the hospital, and he is now living with his daughter. His daughter moved out from Texas to be with him, and his 84-year-old mother flew from Barbados to be with him because that is his homeland. They're taking care of him. In addition, there are some caretakers that are coming in, and we really need to pay some people who can help him with rehabilitation to get him to the plateau of being accepted into a rehabilitative facility. He was not able to eat. He was fed through a peg in his stomach. He couldn't walk. He couldn't use facilities, can't talk. But now he can walk with a cane of assistance. He's able to eat food now. Still can't communicate. He does visually beautifully, but knows about 4 words that he can say, 4 or 5 words. So this rehabilitation is key to get him into a greater arena where he can maybe really get all the help he needs. And so that's why we're doing a fundraiser, is to help pay for that.
And let's talk about that in just a second, because what I want to share with people is to understand so many of our independently employed artists, it's the love of the art. It's their performance. It's sharing their talent with an audience. And in many cases, giving back, as Clemon has done over so many years. And health insurance is expensive, as is medical care. And that typically isn't the first thing artists think about. And he finds himself in that sort of a situation. So let's talk about what's happening. As a close friend of his, you and others have organized an event, a fundraiser, to help with his medical needs and costs and care. Tell us what's going on.
As you noted, he is an artist and musician, so his health care, plans are minimal. And you mentioned all the nonprofits. I mean, I first saw Clemon at a ballet event where he was performing, and I was mesmerized by this guy that had the dreadlocks and the black fingernails and the big rings and the jewelry and the black cool velvet clothing, and he's singing songs by like Frank Sinatra and America, and he'd asked me to I sang with him many times, oh, I just love Moon River. I mean, but yet he'll play Bob Marley and Aretha Franklin. I mean, he plays all kinds of music, and he's just an amazing soul and spirit, and has worked with so many nonprofits. And so I knew that the nonprofit community and just the community at large would come together to help him. And so that is what we are doing for this fundraiser, to, as I said, help him get what he needs for rehabilitation. And we're doing it on August 20th at Wildwood, which is a kitchen and bar off Fair Oaks Boulevard and Watt. And Clemon and I played there many, many times. We made it free so everyone can come in, because that's kind of the spirit of Clemon. He just has a very generous, warm, whatever that island spirit is of Barbados, he embodies it. And so you can all come, but there are so many ways to donate at that event. We're going to have free music, 4 different performers. My band is one. I'll be doing the songs that Clemon and I played together, some of them. And there will be ways to donate from pins and stickers to T-shirts to trips to Hawaii to signed King jerseys. We have all kinds of stuff that runs the gamut for everybody of every level of financial resource. It's hard because it is for the love of Clemon, and he is so well adored and appreciated in this community. And Jeff, I can't even tell you how generous people have come, the philanthropic, benevolent spirit that this has awakened in people. I mean, I don't even ask for donations. They've just poured in. They're like, Clemon, how can I help? I mean, that's how it's been. It's just been beautiful.
And this is that opportunity for all that he has given, for some to give back as he's in need at this point in time. And not only the event, the fundraiser on the 20th at Wildwood, we will have all that information in the show notes. Great. But there's also, for those who can't attend, a GoFundMe page, and we'll have that link in as well. Do you know what the link address is?
I don't, but I also have I can give you that for sure. If you Google GoFundMe Clemon, it's there. But we also have a 501c3 that has been established through Middle Way Health, which runs the Dharma Center. And Clemon established something called Expressions, where all kinds of people could come, young artists who, get their footing and performing live. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And they're building a pavilion in Clemon's name. So if you would like the donation for the 501c3, I can send you that too, Jeff, and you can post that. So that's another way to donate. That's how we'll be donating at the event.
Fantastic. Yeah, we will put that in the links as well. So for those who can't attend, but it also sounds like it's going to be an incredible gathering. Oh. And to do it free is amazing.
Oh, yes. We have Marcus Allen, who's just a well-known TV personality who's going to help him see. Freddie Silveria, professional auctioneer, will be doing the auctions. Clemon's song, Delta Breeze, this Tuesday before on the 18th, is going to be recognized as the official Sacramento song. So we'll have former City Councilman Steve Hansen, current City Councilman Phil Pluckebaum will be there. Jeff Harris will be there. We have a lot of civic and community leaders there. We have professional photographers who said, can we chronicle this? I'm like, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a big community event.
And we want to make sure too that the nonprofits know that, first of all, that Clemon needs some help. But secondly, that for a gentleman who has performed at their events over the course of all these years, yes, that they come out and some of their constituents and their philanthropic givers to say, hey, we need to support Clemon for all the right reasons. And his family's going to need it. The fact that his 84-year-old mom came from Barbados is amazing.
I know. She's caring for him.
Well, Kitty, I can't thank you enough for stepping up to help him. I mean, that's what friends do.
Yes.
And yeah, this is the community of friends through his nonprofits. And let's see what we can do to get more people out there, to get more people to contribute to the variety of options that they've got, whether it be the GoFundMe page or the nonprofit organization. And you are such a wonderful supporter of so many good causes in our community. I'm grateful that you're able to do this to help him. Let's keep our thoughts and prayers for his recovery and his family, coming, because he needs all that support that he can get. Thank you for your time. I'm anxious to get this out so that we get in front of the event and people know. And there's a line out the door at Wildwood on the 20th.
That's what we're hoping for. Absolutely.
Kitty, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for this forum, not only for this particular event, Jeff, but for giving all the nonprofits. People work so hard. I have emceed a lot of events and attended a lot. I've never actually planned one. It is so much work. And my deep appreciation to all the nonprofits that not only do their galas and their events, but that work that they do, every day, every year to make a nonprofit sustainable and able to help whoever their goal is to support. So I'm just super great. This experience, hard as it is, has made me much more grateful and appreciative. So thank you for all you do.
Kitty, we'll see you on the 20th.
Great. See you there.
Thanks for listening. If you like our program, please subscribe, give us a positive review, and share with someone you know. This nonprofit podcast NewsPod is a production of Hear Me Now Studio.
The Delta breeze that blows, it soothes our hearts and our souls. See the sun rise in the east, the perfect light that leads you home. The artists and murals surely made a mark. The kings and republic, concerts in the park.